All right, we've got some people starting to show up. A couple days ago, we made a bowl, which I then turned into a lid. And then yesterday, I think it was yesterday, we made this finial. And today, I'm going to make a flat plate that this lid is going to sit on. And I hope that I cut it big enough. I can't get a lot off the outside or the lid will fall over the top. So if it does, no worry, we'll just find another piece and start again. Hopefully this won't come apart. Come on. Cut out on me a little bit. This is the opposite side of this lid. That's why it has that character in it. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be a long process, but feel free to comment, ask questions, all that stuff. You guys hear me okay? Hopefully. I am having some connection issues, so hopefully it's not bad. Not too bad. Somebody in the chat, tell me if you can hear me. If you can't, if nobody comments, I'm going to restart. You can hear? Oh, perfect. Okay. All right. I'm going to try to, I turned some stuff off, so maybe down here in the basement I'm having bad connection. So hopefully it looks okay. We're just going to, hey, Mike. Toasted bread, I can hear you. Big dog. Thanks for stopping in, guys, and thanks for helping out. I appreciate that. We're just going to make a flat plate, really. All right, what do we got here? Very satisfying. Picture good. Is that Michigan? Very satisfying. Mike, toasted bread. Michael Vincent, make an ocean liner. Probably not tonight. How often do I stream? Maybe 3 or 4 times a week. Just usually when I feel like it. I do work during the day, so it makes it a little harder. Todd, Mr. Satan. Yeah. Oops, sorry. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. Right. Thanks, Dances with Aardvarks. I don't even know what he was trying to say. I was trying to read it, but didn't make a lot of sense. So I don't mind religion talk. Like, I don't want to do politics and the creepy stuff. We're not going to do that. I don't mind religion talk, but that was just weird. All right. And I don't mind it because I will talk about God and Jesus and what he's done for me. So anybody else can feel free. Just don't be weird. All right, toasted bread. Hey, go ahead and make sure you subscribe and watch back. A lot of neat stuff. Not ocean liners, but we do make some neat stuff. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I'm going to speed up a little bit. See if I can make some better progress. It's pretty soft right in here. Still way off balance. It's very thick here, but soft here. But again, I don't want to take too much off the outside. This is about 900 RPM. Okay, I have this on my screw, on the screw shot, so I can pull the live center back, cut that connection point off. I'm covered with some. There's some really neat stuff going on in here. Some colors. This is going to be really cool. William Baker, what you making? Thanks for stopping in. Last couple of lives, we've made this top lid, I guess. And then yesterday, either yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, we made this finial. And this was going to be a bowl, but I think it looked more like a top, like one of those dome top things. I don't know what they're called. So what I'm making is the platter that this will sit on. This is made out of cherry. The top was just some scrap from the floor. Or the finial was just some scrap from the floor that I painted black yesterday or the day before, whenever that was. So this part is the opposite piece of that top part. So what I'm doing now, this is pretty good, this surface here. It coves in a little bit, but I've got enough of a rim here to sit on. And I'm going to put a bevel or a step, something. Actually, I could check. I'm a little worried that the top is not going to fit. Oh, look at that. That almost fits perfectly on the step that I just made. Wow. Okay, that turned out better than I thought. So as long as I just leave a slight edge, I can round this off a little bit. All right, cool. So that's where the dome's going to sit right here. So I'm not going to change that too much. I'm going to round this off, and then this will be the bottom. Turn it over, flatten off the top, and that'll pretty much be it. Clean off some of this bark. I'm not a huge fan of bark, live edge. Not really. I don't really love it that much. So. I'm a little nervous. I made my tenon too small. So I'm going to make a recess instead of a tenon because I think I made this too small. I don't know. It might work. We'll check it. Check it right now. All right, just squared it up there. And that's the screw chuck. So all I do is drill a 5/16 hole, screw that in, and put that in the jaws. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. All right. Oh. All right, we'll have to do some creative sanding. Wish I wouldn't have cut that much off of there, but it is what it is. All right, I think I'm going to turn it around. I might make that lip a little bit bigger. All right, so since this is the bottom, you have to be able to pick it up. You don't want to be flat on the table. So putting that is for fingers. Hello, Wolf Girl. Thanks for stopping in. All right, I'm going to turn this around. We'll probably turn it around a couple of times before being done, so I'll have time to sand it. I don't think I'm going to use the end stock anymore, so I'm going to take it completely off. The live center and the end stock. So how's everybody doing tonight? What I usually do is say, put in the chat where you're from and what time it is, so we can kind of gauge where everybody's from, or where most people are from. I think that is just fascinating that people come in from all over the place. Hey, Brian, from the Vineyard Farmhouse. Brian, I think you're going on at shoot, I don't know what time it is. 10 o'clock, right? Eastern. I don't know what time it is. Western New York. Oh, cool. 10 o'clock. What time is it now? Give me a when it starts to get close to 10. Well, tell me when you're leaving, then I'll know, because I'll wrap it up. Yeah, I'll watch, definitely. Who's coming on? Any clues? You're allowed to tell me? I think I saw the ad for it, but I forgot to look. Adelaide, Australia. Scorpion. Nice. Nice name for Australia, of course. 9:27 a.m. Random. Okay. All right, we're going to flatten out the top side now. Should be pretty close to flat, but I'm going to need to go in. I may dish it out a little bit because of the screw chuck hole. I don't want to take too much off out here, but I may want to get closer into that bark inclusion. This was a crotch, so it had one piece going out there, another piece going out here. I think it was pretty messed up. I can't really tell which way it was going, but it is very light up there. We may lose this piece. I hope not, but we'll see. We'll take it slow. I'm going to speed up again to 1400 RPM. And I am not standing, I'm standing off to the side because if that comes off, I don't want it to hit me. So don't worry about me. I'm good. Well, I went plenty deep with my drill, that's for sure. Oh, maybe a little too deep. Okay, that's not too bad. So from the outside, the furthest point outside, I'm only that deep. It looks deeper than what it is. When I go out here, about halfway through, but that's not too bad. That'll work. And again, we got some really neat colors going on here. I don't want to cut those out. So I'm not going to go down any deeper out here. I'm going to put that same channel I had on the other side and then just kind of lightly taper it to the middle. And I like that groove better than that one. That one fits better. Sorry about that. That is looking wild. Didn't think you could see anything wild on a Wednesday night, did you? That is crazy. All right, we got pretty good. A little bit of a hump here. And smooth it out. This might make a good spinning tops table too. We're looking pretty good. All right, what I'm doing there is called shear scraping. Taking the edge of the bowl, this is a bowl gouge, just the edge of that cut sharp surface, and just scraping it along and taking off very thin. You almost can't even tell they're shavings. But I don't want to do too much. I want to get it very smooth, so just a tiny bit at a time. Still got a little bit of a dimple there from the drill. And then I'm watching this edge up here. Even though I'm cutting down here, this has the light on it, and I can really see all the grooves I can get. Kind of see those grooves there. Get this to stay. All right, watch up here. Watch those grooves go away. Did you see it? Yeah, that's pretty flat. That is flat enough for what we're doing. All right, a little bit on the edge. Yeah, cheese platter. I don't think I would put cheese on it. It's got too much going on up here. I don't know if there's fungus there. I I always hesitate. There were a lot of bugs on it. I don't know. Got some discoloration in it, some punkiness. You might be taking your chances putting food on it. Although I do make a lot of communion sets, and this is probably going to be a communion set, but I might coat it in resin or shellac or it's the one that starts with L, lacquer, some kind of lacquer. If I coat it, I suppose it'd work for food. All right, I'm going to try to clean up that edge because I think our lid will fit. So I've got a little bit of space that I can take off and make it look a little bit rounder. I'm not going to go all the way into there. That'll have to stay. But just, I really don't want, oh, almost broke my finial off. Don't break your finial off. Don't want to lose that, but I would rather it be a little bit rounder. We'll go very slow. Spin very fast, cut very slow. And that looks pretty good. The magic of a sharp gouge. Yeah. The wood didn't even know it was turning. That's nice. I may do another pass with my sharp gouge. Just because that felt so good. That was a thing of beauty. Look at those shavings. They're as fine as hair. That's beautiful. All right, I'm going to do some sanding. Just have to find my sanding attachment. And my sandpaper. All right, we're going to start out with Thompson's water seal. I don't know, maybe. Is that stuff any good? I always figure the more they advertise, the more they probably need to advertise. I'm going to start out with 80 grit, go to 180 and then 240, and that should be good. Hey, Rob. Hey, Save to Judith. Taking a dung. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Feels pretty good. And but I had to go government agents at my neighbor's door. Seriously? That's crazy. All right, so here's the question for you woodworkers. It's still a little bit wet up here. Like I can tell if I put my if I check it on the back side. $10.7. I don't know if you can see that. Now if I check it here, oh gee, those pins just go straight in. I'm at 41. So it's very wet, and it's been wet for a long time, but just right in that spot. Can I put shellac on that, or do I have to wait for that to completely dry? I feel like I know the answer to it, but and not completely dry, but dry more than 40%. You know what I can do? You try and dry it with heat, it'll most likely split. Right, that's what I'm thinking. So maybe I just like coat the top, or do I just try to pull the heat out of that spot? So don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. So that is pretty cool. I used to watch Jay, and Mike, you remember this, when Robbo would just yell at him, not incessantly. It was kind of hard to watch, but man, you learned so much. But I forget what his channel is now. He changed the name. But Robbo Robertson is one of the best wood turners I've ever seen from Australia, and not the best from Australia, the best from anywhere. But he's from Australia, and he told me one time to put alcohol on the bowl and then light it on fire, and it would pull the moisture out. And sure enough, and I can do that without heating up the rest of the piece, because I don't want it to split. So this is denatured alcohol. Denatured alcohol, yeah. And it's gonna burn. It's not terribly hot, but it should draw out that moisture. And I turned the light off so I could see where it was burning in case it dripped down onto my workbench. And that's exactly where it needs to burn, right there on the back side. Is very soft and wet. So we were at what, 41? We'll try it when that goes out, see where we're at. I can kind of guide it. You can see the moisture coming out of it. It's pretty cool. It's so soft right there. The alcohol just soaks into it. But again, I'm not recommending anybody do that. You got to be very careful because there's a lot of shavings around and sawdust. You don't want to, yeah, so we're at 19.3 and it's orange now, it's not red. This is my Eric Hill EWM01. It'll tell you if it's orange, it's like, maybe think about it. If it's green, it's good. If it's red, it's too wet. Which I don't usually listen to. I don't mind. I don't mind if the wood moves a little bit. So we went from 41 to 19 by doing that. And I'm comfortable with that. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to crack the wood. We are very, very good. What was that? That was 180, 240. Right. And get my blower and blow that out. All right, this is my my cheap handheld blower from Amazon that I really like using this rather than compressed air. I think we all know the hazards of compressed air, and we really shouldn't be shooting that stuff around, but this will do very high velocities. It's not hard to use. That's on 1, 2, and 3. That's the fastest. It's got a little trigger button, and it's rechargeable with the USB-C. Here, and that it doesn't blow it out such that it'll come back and really hurt you, go in your eyes or something. All right, I am going to work on this a little. I'm going to leave that bark on there, just trying to smooth it out a little bit. Good. All right, let's put some shellac on it. If you guys remember where shellac comes from, anybody in the other day when I talked about where shellac comes from, just shout it out in the chat. Or look it up. It's pretty crazy. Come on, somebody must have been here. Bugs, yep. The lac bug. You would think it's sap. It comes in like a flake, like dried sap or something. But it's the female lac bug. All right, wait till you see this. This is going to be cool. Look at that. I'm glad that piece stayed on. Oh, there's a little bit of a burn on the back. I didn't see it from the fire, I guess. I don't know what. Come on. Pretty dark. This is where the fire was, clear on this side. It must have dripped down to here and burn it. I'll leave it. All right, I got some shellac on there. It's going to soak in. It'll help seal the wood. And then I'll go back and do quite a bit of sanding and another coat of shellac and then sand again. And I don't know how many coats. It'll feel right, I guess. But this is really nice. This is going to be one of my nicer pieces, I think. And like I said, I don't usually like the live edge, but I love the imperfections. There's a Japanese phrase for that. I think it's called wabi sabi. Wabi sabi. I have to look at. I looked it up, but now I can't remember if that's it or not. Something like that. But it's a Japanese phrase that means embrace the imperfections. Shoot, I can't remember all of it, but basically, just nobody's perfect, and we should be celebrating that, not striving for perfection. We're all perfect in the way that we were designed. We're all perfect in the way that we all can contribute. Everybody has some purpose, even if you haven't found it yet. In the Bible, Ecclesiastes 12:13, it says, our final duty, if you don't know what your reason for being on earth is, it says everybody has the reason to fear God and keep his commandments. That's our reason for being here, according to Ecclesiastes, who were written by Solomon in the Old Testament, and he was the wisest man ever, so I think I'll believe him. All right, we're going to let that dry, do some sanding. Let me get this out of the way. My wife just got home from getting her hair done, so that is a signal for me to wrap it up. It is, what time is it? 8:46, not too bad. You'll have time, Brian, to get ready for your live. Guys, go check out, let me make sure I get it exactly right. The Vineyard Farmhouse. Check out the Vineyard Farmhouse. He does a live show and has guests on, and they talk about all kinds of stuff. So check him out. Check out Dances with Aardvark's channel. He does some really cool stuff. When they make Persian rugs, they add deliberate. Yeah, see, that's awesome. I turn them into awesome coffin-shaped bookshelves. 3 coffins? You made coffin-shaped bookshelves? Yeesh. They weren't used coffins, right? Bookshelves. Deliberate imperfection. That's awesome. Unless you're building weapons, please make sure they have no... Yeah, definitely. You don't want to mess that up. But, hey, guys, thanks for stopping in. We'll finish this up in the next couple days. I'll make a short video with the finished product. And check us out. Check out the channel. Subscribe. All that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for stopping in, guys. New coffin's good. All right. Yeah, you don't want to be... Well, never mind. That's terrible. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping in, everyone. Have a good night. Be careful what you watch. There's a lot of junk on these vertical live streams. So find something productive that you can learn and be a better person. See ya.